Greetings, fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played with the Revenant Panther. This game is on Arctic region snow in a standard battle with tier 7 as the top tier. There are 4 Panther style tanks on my team and 5 on the enemy team. I am using the crew from my Panzer E100. This crew has 13 crew skills and perks. I'm going to be taking a semi-aggressive position on the map to be valuable to my team as both a spotter and as a sniper. Kraft's Panther has some great speed to it, so I'm not worried about being caught out in the open as I move to this forward position. I currently have binoculars on this tank to improve my passive game style, which I especially play when I am not top tier. I might have put coated optics on this tank instead. However, this crew has some good spotting perks to it, which means that I am not too worried about compensating the lower view range when playing more aggressively. I got to the position in good time, and now I'm going to start repelling the enemy's early game push. I was attempting to track this Panzer III-4 on my first shot. It failed, but I was able to get damages over the next 2 shots. Now that I've spotted out the KV-2, this is a top priority tank. KV-2 is always a top priority since it's so dangerous with its 152mm derp cannon. My friendly Tiger tank is trying to take the corner with me. However, he gets hit by the KV-2, but I'm able to finish off the KV-2 before he can do any more damage. My flank has gotten all 3 of our team's kills so far. Now I'm just looking to move up a bit and try to spot out the enemy's second line of defense on this side. I'm in luck here, and there's quite a few enemy tanks rolling around in my view. I'm going to target this Su-152 because once again it's got a huge caliber, and you should always try to prioritize these larger caliber tanks. And now that's 5 kills for this flank. This game is going really well so far, but it's not time to make an aggressive assault move yet. They still have too many enemy tanks on the map, which we're not sure where they are. The coast seems clear, so I'm going to move up a bit and try to help my team with this Kraft's Panther that's on the hill beside me. There's also a KV-3 now sniping back on their hill, and I did not know he was there before. I'm going to certainly keep an eye on him now. I'm being cautious here, but the enemy was not ready for this push. I'm able to get some good hits on him to start. Unfortunately, an enemy is sniping me from the side, so I can't stay up and maybe in there for too long. And also an enemy medium tank has come to reinforce this side. I move beyond his line of sight, and I immobilize him so that I can just farm up the damage. The Kraft Panther's rate of fire is deadly in situations like this, so I'm easily able to keep this A-44 permanently tracked. I've taken a couple more hits from a mysterious sniper in the back. However, I think it was worth the trade considering the shots I got in on both the Kraft's Panther and the A-44. Now there are 2 sniping enemy tanks in the back there that are peeking out from behind the rocks. It's a tough situation for me to be in at the moment because I don't want to lose any more hit points unnecessarily. Thankfully, we're able to spot out the Su-100 that was sniping in the back. I get the opportunity for a few shots on him here. Unfortunately, I wasn't as successful as I would have hoped, and I also take another bad hit from him, which is not good at this stage since I'm now below half health. I'm not able to get the damage for the destruction of this VK heavy tank here. However, that's alright because I get some spotted damage for it. This spotting position I'm in is only working because there are no artillery in this game. If there were, I would have been an early target and an easy one. The game slows down here as now both of our teams have taken some heavy losses and we're not keen on taking any more unnecessarily. As we're approaching the 5-minute mark to this game, I've already got 18 damage hits, which will be approximately 2,400 damage. This shows the amazing potential that the Kraft Panther has to do damage if it has a target-rich environment for a decent amount of time. Although the Kraft Panther won't always thrive in semi-aggressive positions like this, it can work out quite well as long as there is some distance between you and the enemy tanks to prevent you from getting swarmed and allowing you to prolong the battle as long as possible, to use your reliable gun and high rate of fire to do some good damage. I've taken more shots this game than I'm happy with. I don't like to forfeit my hit points by trading shots with tanks like I have been. Instead, I like to save it for the late game to make offensive pushes, since the Kraft Panther's armor isn't very reliable. I'm taking a bit of a risk moving forward here because it's possible that the SU-100 is just in the back to the left, waiting for me to overextend like I am. However, I'm able to make the first shot without any problems, and now that I have my Tiger P moving up with me, I want to try to take full advantage of this opportunity. Although we are not able to destroy the KV-3, we force him into hiding, which clears the way for me to move forward in a more aggressive push, and that way we can attack these last 3 tanks and finish the game. Once again, the Kraft Panther's speed comes into play here, so that I'm able to cross this open stretch of terrain without putting myself at too much risk. This next part is going to be tricky because we have the SU-100 off to the left and the KV-3 on the hill to the right. This gives them some good potential for an epic final stand, so I'm going to have to rely on my teammates' help. 2 of our remaining heavy tanks are moving up on the left, and our tank destroyer is moving up behind on the right. I could have played it safe and went along the right flank with the tank destroyer. However, I wanted to make sure I could spot the SU-100 that's off to the left. This puts me in a very awkward spot between the 2 tanks. However, I'm able to get a damage hit on the KV-3, and I'm also able to spot out the SU-100 so that my friendly tank destroyer can start dealing with him. Unfortunately, my shot bounces off the KV-3's turret here, and I take a hit from the SU-100, but that's just careless on my part. I should have rolled back down. Now I can't take any more damage hits, and I'm just going to have to wait for my teammates to finish off the SU-100. Our heavy tanks move up, and we're able to take out the SU-100. Now all that's left is the KV-3. We're all eager to get this last kill. Unfortunately, the KV-3 does not want to give us that pleasure, and he decides to drive off the cliff and destroy himself. I'm quite happy with the performance of the Kraft Panther in this game, especially since I wasn't taking advantage of its long-range fighting strengths. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how well I did. I was able to earn just over 133,000 silver this game, with only 10,000 of that being from an op. I earned 5,708 experience, without any experience multipliers besides the daily 2x multiplier. Otherwise, I still would have earned about 2,850 experience. I earned a Mastery Badge 1 for this game, but more importantly, I got a Patrol Duty Medal. I dealt 2,910 damage this game, and got 1,365 assisted damage. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,730, and destroyed 3 enemies. I managed to hit 25 of my 34 shots, with 23 of those being penetrating, damaging hits. In this game, I managed to damage the engine on the Panzer III-4, the gun on one of the Kraft Panthers, as well as the SU-100. For the A-44, I managed to destroy his track and destroy his engine, so when he was immobilized before, he was really stuck. Well, that's all for this game. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it'll help you play your own Revenant Karl Kraft Panther. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks games.